a lovely day. Don't get these very often these days, do we? And I'm out with some usual mates, and because it's not windy, and there is a lot of noise because as well these days we have a lot of tree cutting going on, which is a shame. Anyway, the thought for the day, or the message for today that I wanted to share, as I was wandering along, thinking actually about trees, watching the birds, seeing how everything's responding to that. I actually didn't think about the dogs at all. Not for a second. I mean, I did, but I didn't concentrate on them. And then it struck me that some of these guys, like this one here, when I first met him, he had to be walked at night, otherwise he might be having a pop at dogs. And then we've got Bonnie there. She was petrified of people, didn't trust people. And then here's Ollie. He was a little bit nervy around people, not that confident if people want to say hello. Then we got this guy here, if anyone's running by he'll snap at their ankles, and we got that girl there, she'd do the same. And I didn't fix these dogs by training. These days we hear a lot of I'm a dog trainer, we need to train the dogs. And I'm like, what for? What do you want to do? Because of its behaviour. Okay, so if a dog has behaviour you're not happy with, and you train it to be the dog that you want, you've used a system that actually works against nature. And I'll tell you why. Because if you are training, you are pushing your dog to do something unnatural. You train your dog to scent track. Now that dog is to follow the scent, and only that scent. So you have to train them to know which scent they're following, and to know how to work that dog while they're following the scent. You want to train your dog to retrieve something or do an obstacle course. You're asking it to do something it wouldn't naturally do. So naturally it's going to follow its nose. Naturally it's going to hunt. Naturally it's going to toilet outside. All of these things are nature. So when I have a dog that's out of balance with its own nature, I am going to use a natural way to invite the dog back to its own nature. Hence, I don't do training. So what I do is practice trust and respect as they learn with each other. And in order to do that and make my life very, very easy, I can use this guy here. Any one of these dogs who's now in balance will work. They find a dog that's not in balance and they're helping it to go back into balance. You know, once a dog leaves behind, it chooses the right path and it leaves behind its issues, then when they come across I know there's a tent over there with food. She's not to go there because we're all here, so it would be out of her nature to leave the pack. Okay, but she wants it, so she's holding herself back. She's got self-control. You know, you want a dog to be natural, they will have self-control, like a person will have self-control. Well, correction, people should have self-control, but those that would like some power will control others and not themselves. That is another issue. We're talking about dogs and nature here. And yeah, so if you have a behaviour issue with your dog, I can tell you by the time you've noticed that behaviour issue with your dog and it's a problem for you, that dog's had it already for a long time and it's been desperate to get back into balance. Desperate to feel natural, it's desperate to feel like a dog. So when you know how to respect a dog for being a dog and how to trust the dog that they can make the right choice, all right, darling, then that's when you are bringing them, helping them come back into harmony. You're showing them the way. Okay, you can't force it, you can't make it. So please understand, if you want to train your dog, decide what you want to do. There's a lot of things you can do with your dog, so many things. And actually when your dog comes into balance, they'll show you where their strengths are. You know, so I have the collie there. She is a water divinator. She'll find the water every time. If these guys are thirsty, I ask her to go find drinks. She finds it. She showed me that. I didn't train her to do that. You know, this guy here, just because of his nature, if his ears or eyes prick up, then I know there's something. It might be a bird, it might be a squirrel, it might be a person, it might, who knows? But he's the alert one. So there's nothing around us until his eyes and ears go up. And when they do, I know exactly where and potentially what that is. And, you know, everyone has something to give. Everyone's got something to bring to the picnic. Everybody, every dog, every person. So allow your dog to show you its strength. Then you can use some training to, you know, to really get some incredible benefits out of your dog. You know, let them work for you. You bring them into balance, show them trust and respect, and they will show you exactly who you are and exactly what your capability is when you've got them supporting you. Okay, I only live my life the way I do, and I'm happy every day. I'm in nature every day, and the only reason I'm in balance is because I'm busy helping guys like this get into balance, and then we find more guys to invite into balance. You know, it's so easy. So having said I don't do training for behaviour correction. I do training. So there we go. Here is 2 alert dogs now in protection mode, because we've got a fluorescent jacket. Okay, I can tell you that the fluorescent jacket is not going to make a dog's eyes happy. All right, they might react like these guys, but they also know that they use their nose. When they get closer, they realise this fluorescent jacket is only a person. Okay, so then they control themselves. I didn't train them. I called them back because always, if you split from the pack, you know, your leader is gonna... Oh, is this because he's coming directly to me? And now he's going to talk to them and invite them to talk back. It's a fluorescent jacket.
Sorry?
The fluorescent jackets, the animal eyes can't deal with it.
No, I understand that. Neither can I after that.
Yeah.
Cracking, that, isn't it?
It's lovely, yeah.
Oh, I do. Can I say hello? Now you're all friendly. I do love my Jack Russells. I miss my little Jacks. I do. Oh, you're lovely. You're lovely. Unfortunately, I lost my one last year.
Oh.
First time in my life. When I was born, I've been without a pup. I do miss it.
Oh, you need to get another one.
Well, we'll have to see how things progress. I don't think it's fair to have a dog if you can't take it out and give them proper runs. You know, you should be out all day with them, you know.
Well, they as long as they're happy in themselves and they feel settled, then they actually don't need more than 1 hour. If you exercise more than an hour, you have to treat the dog as if it's an athlete, because you're expecting too much physically. They're meant to sleep 14 hours out of 24. So if you want to go out to work for 8 hours, it's not a problem.
I couldn't do it. They've always been by my side. I've always been in the woods.
Yeah.
So they've always been with me.
Yeah,
so.
That's how I am. Thing is, what you need to do is get rid of your fluorescent jacket and work with dogs.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. No, I've just been with the tree gang.
What are they cutting down?
Elm disease. So before it gets into the rest, I mean, there's so much coming through at the moment.
I know a guy who has a cure for that and no one's interested. Can you believe that? He lives out in the woods in Kent. He's looking after 100 acres. He's got, he knows how to treat it. No one's interested.
I'll be interested. Yeah.
See, a lot of people that work with the stuff, everyone gets told things, isn't it? So you do kind of, you know.
Well, there's, I mean, we're injecting some of the trees as well, which produces a resistance to it. But where the disease gets into the bark,
Yeah.
the problem then is that the tree itself produces resins to stop it moving back or further down. It blocks off the xylem and the phloem, which is why you see different branches coming off.
Right.
And then it's got past there, and then it blocks off the trunk, and the whole thing goes. So it's actually a reaction by the tree to try and heal itself, and it makes it worse and worse. And
It's kind of no point doing that then, is there?
Well, the injection seems to be working because it kind of gets used to having to fight a little bit of something similar.
Yes.
But it doesn't produce the resins in the quantity that actually block off the entire stem.
Right.
So it keeps on going a bit longer.
If I get this guy to maybe write out this stuff, who do I take it to? It's gonna.
I'll just send it into Arboriculture, Brighton Hove City Council.
Send it to the council and
Yeah,
take an
just
interest.
send it to the council.
All right then.
Just mark it down as Arboricultural Department.
Yeah.
Just put a little note in there. My name's Ian.
Okay.
So just Ian, Arboriculture Department. I'll take a look at it.
Well, I'm sure what he says, because you know your stuff, that it will make sense. It's no good him telling me.
Yeah.
Because I don't, that's not my speciality. I'm not going to be able to mentally understand, you know. But yeah, he's adamant. He's lived in the woods for like 20 years. He literally just lives in the woods and tends them. He's got like so many rare animals in there. Like the nature's incredible.
Beautiful.
All these ground birds in there. Yeah.
Right now I'm looking at the ash. That's going to be like the 70s with ash dieback, which is hell. Because there's nothing you can do with that.
Again, this guy has the cures for all these things. The things that lately we keep hearing, he's gone, yeah, it can be cured, I know it, but no one's listening.
There's a lot been trial, but any information he's got, I'll be happy to have a read.
Yeah.
And pass it through ladders or, Forestry Commission, things like so. I've got full research.
Well, we want to save the trees. We can't keep bringing them down and putting towers up instead.
Oh, no.
Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
It's like we've got a block of ash just there.
Yeah.
See, it tips it come up back.